Everyone wants wealth, freedom, security, options, but almost no one starts where wealth actually begins. Most people jump to income, to businesses, to investments, and that's why they fail. This video is about the first step to wealth, not the exciting step, not the glamorous step, the foundational step, the one most people skip, and skipping it costs them decades. We live in a world obsessed with results, overnight success, fast wins, shortcuts. Social media shows the outcome, never the foundation, so people copy the surface without understanding the structure underneath. Wealth doesn't collapse suddenly, it collapses because the base was never built. The most common mistake people make is simple. They try to grow money before they can control it. More income doesn't fix chaos, it magnifies it. That's why lottery winners go broke. That's why raises disappear. Without control, money becomes noise. Ask most people what the first step to wealth is, and they'll say, earn more, start a business, invest early. Those are not first steps. Those are multipliers. And multipliers only work if something solid already exists. The first step to wealth is financial awareness, not motivation, not income, awareness. You cannot build what you do not understand. And most people don't truly understand their own financial reality. Awareness forces honesty. It shows you where money leaks, or habits exist, where decisions repeat. And that's uncomfortable, so people avoid it. They stay busy instead. But avoiding awareness is how people stay stuck for life. Imagine pouring water into a broken container. No matter how much you add, it never fills. Money works the same way. Control comes before growth, always. This is the step most people skip, and skipping it guarantees struggle. Awareness doesn't feel productive. There's no applause, no validation. But every wealthy person you admire passed through this phase. Quiet, boring, necessary. Once awareness is built, something changes. Decisions become intentional. Money slows down. Control begins. Stay with me. The next section is where clarity starts to form. When most people hear financial awareness, they think budgeting, numbers, restrictions, spreadsheets. That's not awareness. Awareness is understanding patterns. Patterns of spending, patterns of thinking, patterns of decision-making. Wealth begins when patterns become visible. Most money doesn't disappear in big moments. It disappears quietly. Subscriptions, convenience spending. Small leaks feel harmless, but over time, they decide your future. Awareness exposes what discipline alone cannot fix. Most people avoid looking closely at their finances for one reason: emotion, guilt, regret, comparison. But money doesn't respond to emotion. It responds to structure. Avoidance doesn't protect you. It delays freedom. The moment you become aware, behavior changes without force. You spend slower. You pause more. Not because you're trying to be disciplined, but because clarity removes impulse. This is why awareness is powerful. When income increases without awareness, lifestyle expands automatically. Stress stays the same. Anxiety remains. More money only amplifies habits. That's why wealth starts with observation, not accumulation. Control begins quietly. No celebration, no announcement. Just a moment where you say, I see what's happening now. That moment is the real first step. Every attempt to skip awareness leads back to struggle, because growth without control creates fragility. Wealth requires stability first. Awareness is not the destination, it's the gateway. In the next section, we'll break down how awareness turns into structure and structure into momentum. Stay here. The next batch is where everything starts to align. Awareness alone is not enough. Awareness shows you the problem. Structure prevents it from returning. Without structure, people repeat the same cycles, just with more information. Wealth begins when awareness is locked into systems. Most people confuse control with restriction. Restriction feels heavy. Control feels light. Restriction relies on willpower. Control relies on design. Wealthy people don't fight temptation. They design environments where temptation loses power. Complexity feels intelligent. Simplicity works. Most financial plans fail because they require constant effort. Wealth systems work quietly in the background. One simple system changes behavior immediately: separation. When money is separated by purpose, it stops being emotional. Clarity creates discipline without force. Automation removes human weakness from the equation. It protects progress when motivation fades. The wealthy don't rely on mood. They rely on systems. Habits turn awareness into identity. Not aggressive habits, quiet ones. Review, pause, intentional decisions. Small habits compound into control. Systems don't fail. Patience does. People expect emotional rewards too quickly. Wealth grows silently at first. The early phase feels uneventful, and that's why it works. Momentum doesn't start loud, it starts steady. Stress decreases, decisions become clear. That's how you know the foundation is set. Wealth is not money first, it's stability. And stability changes everything. In the final part, we'll talk about what wealth actually gives you and why most people chase the wrong outcome. Most people think wealth gives luxury. It doesn't. Wealth gives space. Space to think, space to decide, space to say no. Money is just the tool. Space is the reward. Happiness without freedom is fragile. It depends on circumstances, on permission, on approval. Wealth removes dependence, and independence changes how you experience life. Once awareness becomes structure, your mindset changes permanently. You stop reacting, you start choosing. Money stops controlling emotion. This is when wealth becomes inevitable. Most people never reach this stage because they rush the process. They want results without roots. But wealth punishes impatience. It rewards consistency. Real confidence is quiet. It doesn't announce itself. It comes from knowing you're in control, even when nothing is happening. That confidence is priceless. Don't rush after this video. Don't chase motivation. Sit with awareness. Look at patterns. Observe decisions. Notice habits. This is how the first step begins. If you skip this step, every future step becomes unstable. More money won't save you. Only control will. Wealth is built from the inside out. Awareness, structure, patience. Skip none of them. The first step to wealth is not earning more. It's seeing clearly. Most people skip this. Now you don't have to. Take your time. Wealth rewards those who do.